guys, welcome to Unit 2. This is your last week of new material for Unit 2. Next week you will be taking your summative. So I want to just encourage you this week to make sure that you are giving it your best effort, that you are attending help sessions, that you are asking questions, and that you are really paying attention to the lessons in this lesson plan to make sure that you are ready for your test next week. All right, so let's get started. As always, our lesson overview. In your video, this is where this video will be, so I always recommend watching this first, and then you also can refer back to it throughout the week if you feel like you need to go back and listen to some of the tasks and directions again. This week's help sessions will be on Monday and Wednesday at 10:45 a.m. Here are your tasks that you will complete, so you can use this as your checklist. And let's get started looking at some of these tasks. All right, in Lesson 1, you are going to focus on what we did last week, just as a kind of, think of this as like your warm-up, okay? So this is all on two-step inequalities practice. And so there is an edge elastic. All of your edge elastics are assigned in Google Classroom. This is 9 questions that you will answer that are all two-step equations, okay? In addition, we're going to expand on that and now apply some inequalities into some word problems, okay? I know it is super tempting when you have a worksheet to skip to the key and look at the answers, but it is so important, especially in getting ready for your summative next week, that you can try these on your own. You're going to click here for the worksheet and try to solve them out. You can do it on paper, you don't have to print, and then come back and check the answer key. In addition, because these are word problems that might need a little explanation, there is a teaching video also provided that will go over those answers. Okay? All right. Lesson 2. In Lesson 2, we are going to now transition to multi-step inequalities. Okay? This is, again, very similar to multi-step equations. So if you feel like you really had that down, solving equations, solving multi-step inequalities is not going to be any different, other than you have to think about that inequality symbol and what direction it is going to go. So there are some videos for you to watch, a couple of teaching videos. So again, that should be where you take your notes and act as if you are in class, listening to a teacher, taking notes for understanding. Here you can click on the Khan Academy practice that's provided, and it will just give you some immediate feedback. Are you doing these right or wrong? So that's important for you not to skip over because it will give you some immediate feedback on how you're doing. Next, you're going to go to Pearson. These are assigned, go to ClassLink, go to Pearson Online, and these are just some examples that are assigned. They're kind of interactive examples for you to do, again, as practice, but important practice. And then here is again another worksheet. Okay, these multi-step inequalities require you to do them and try them and go back and fix mistakes. So we've given you some worksheet practice, again with a key that you can check your answers after you have worked. Okay, so all of this is for you to do as if you were in class practicing, trying to understand this standard, giving it your best effort, because then we are going to move to Lesson 3 with a little bit more practice. So these are some task cards that you're going to be able to do and check your answers. There is a breakout that is in the same format that you had last week. So this should be something, I guess, familiar to you. So you're going to go here to the PowerPoint. These are your questions. You're going to solve them all on paper. And then the first 2 pages, questions 1 through 10, will be used for breakout 1. And then the pages 3 and 4, questions 1 through 10, will be used for breakout 2. Okay? And then finally, you have an edge elastic assignment that has 15 questions. Okay? So On this lesson, you've got some task cards to do a little practice on your own, and then 2 things that you will actually submit so that I can see your work. Okay? All right, next we have your formative, and this is your last assignment for this week for inequalities. So make sure if you still have any questions, you can go back through the steps 1 through 3 and go back to those. If you're not quite feeling comfortable, attend a help session to get some of your final answers, your questions answered. And then this is your formative. It's, again, an edge elastic. Okay, so notice that I've mentioned edge elastic 3 times. So please make sure that when you are going to Google Classroom and you are choosing your edge elastic assignment, that you are looking at the title. Okay, so make sure that you're doing them in order. Otherwise, your grades may not be what you want them to be. So please make sure you're listening or looking at the title carefully. Your last one will say Unit 2, Week 5 Formative, okay? And it covers 1, 2, and multi-step because it's a culmination of everything we've done on inequalities the last 2 weeks, okay? That is it for new material. Your last, Lesson 5, is just assessment number 3. So if you did not finish assessment 3 in last week's learning path, then you need to go back to those directions to complete assessment 3. If you did it last week, then you are finished. You do not have a new one, okay? So just go back maybe and double check, make sure that you finished your assessment number 3. And again, if that is completed, then you are all done. Congratulations on finishing your week. I hope that you are finding these videos helpful. I hope that you will find a time to attend one of our help sessions, again, Monday at 10:45 or Wednesday at 10:45. I look forward to you coming with your questions, and hopefully I will be able to help you. I hope you have a wonderful week, and we will talk soon. Bye.